and welcome back to another Sim Sundays, my little blue bunnies. I hope you're all doing well and are excited for this week's episode. Let's get into it, shall we? Last week I had completely forgotten to take the end of stream photo, so before we start, why don't we take that photo? After all, I like to keep a record like this. I hung and named it before taking a quick shower and tending to our greenhouse, selling off any goods and making sure all the plants were weeded and watered. Blue thought that the couch looked comfortable enough to nap rather than her own bed, but hey, who am I to judge? She made herself something to eat just before we headed into build mode to make the kids' playroom that I wanted for the new arrival in a few more episodes. But first, I had to remove all the trees and get my money back and add in a window to the bedroom. Now onto the playroom. This was definitely something I was looking forward to putting together as I had the Wonderland Playroom Kit. This was something I was very happy to get as Alice in Wonderland is one of my favorite stories and I have never been disappointed with an adaptation. I love the original book, the Disney version, and the Tim Burton movies. All were just perfect. Anyways, we're getting a little off topic. I added the blue variant of the checkered flooring, and the same goes for the wallpaper with the Cheshire Cat, White Rabbit, and the playing cards on it. That massive door absolutely had to be added, along with the Mad Hatter lighting and all the furniture I could find and afford. I moved all the items around after purchasing them to see how I wanted them to be placed. Obviously, this was not done, but more money was required first. We jumped into the shower and very quickly went back into build mode to move the pet bowl from the middle of the kitchen to the corner of the hall. Blue decided to entertain herself by trolling some forums to make herself feel better before sleeping in her bed. This is when I noticed the extremely cute dodo bird pillow on the couch in the playroom. Look at that! I wish I could have one. Unfortunately, we were no closer to getting any actual work done as Blue had to fix her toilet and clean her bathroom sink before trying to troll online forums again, only to decide she hated computers. Sure. Okay, Blue. You are the persona of this channel that plays video games and uses computers to exist, but you go ahead and reject it, you little... Instead, she went and watched a cooking show before spending some time on the treadmill and heading out to the garden to bring in some much needed cash. She had decided that she wanted to make herself some candy floss with her brand new candy machine, and after that, we finally were able to start a flower arrangement. I really wanted to finish the skill this time as it was driving me insane. But we had to step away right after in order to use the bathroom and attempt to hype ourselves up over the mirror. One more flower arrangement was made before we noticed Inky's ghost wandering the halls. So, right after, we went and gave him a treat as he was looking a little sad, but he disappeared right after this. We went out to clean the chicken coop right after this and sold off 2 of the grown chickens for extra cash. Blue then discovered she can yell at the dormouse at the tea party table to bring down her anger levels. So she did that for a while before jumping in the shower and finally doing 2 more flower arrangements. This was followed by the bathroom and another arrangement, but at least we were making some progress. After some much needed food, we jumped back into build mode to buy more Wonderland stuff we had missed. We moved everything around and soon even extended the room a little, along with the hallway outside, because there was just so much. I still wasn't sure there was enough room for everything, but this was the playroom, not the bedroom, so at least I didn't have to think about a place for the child to sleep in here. I then made sure the outside walls weren't naked before I exited build mode. We got another arrangement done before going back to our cooking show and stepping back into the greenhouse when we gained a new mastery perk, where Blue could feel focused when doing any task without much motivation. This made me very happy, so I agreed to it. it helped too, as she did 8 more flower arrangements in a row and finally finished up the skill, making me extremely happy. And honestly, that felt like a good place to stop. We took the end of stream photo and hung and named it before we finally were able to say goodbye. Thank you very much for joining me today, my little blue bunnies. I hope you all had a wonderful day and enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified of new content, and comment any feedback you have down below. The Discord will be in the description, and as always, thank you to Low Fluff for the background track. Bye bye.